So this is the preview video for the match tomorrow night. Tottenham Hotspur take on Ajax in the Champions League semi-final first leg. Games like this don't come around very often, so really looking forward to this. I am a little worried that we've not got that much firepower up front. Of course, Harry Kane is still out injured, and Heung-min Son misses this game through suspension. So I'm a little bit worried about that, but games, past games have showed that we can score goals from midfield. The likes of Christian Eriksen, Dele Alli, Llorente, and even Janssen could come into the frame for this game, and let's hope that they will get a goal or two tomorrow night. So the first leg is tomorrow night at 8 p.m. at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. The second leg will be at the Johan Cruyff Arena, 8 p.m. kickoff again on the 8th of May. So head-to-head, the clubs have only ever met twice in competitive competition in the club's history. Tottenham actually won both matches. Now, the first meeting between the two sides came on the 16th of September, 1981. Tottenham actually won in Amsterdam 3-1. Mark Falco scored a brace and Ricky Villiers got the other goal. 13 days later, it was the second leg in the European Cup Winners' Cup. Tottenham were 3-0 winners at White Hart Lane. Tony Galvin, Mark Falco and Ozzy Ardiles got the goals. And that obviously gave Tottenham a 6-1 aggregate win. So Ajax are currently sitting top of the Dutch league, and some quite remarkable stats here. They've actually played 32 matches in their league this season. They've won 26 of them. They've drawn 2 and only lost 4. Now, staggering stat here. They have scored 111 league goals in just 32 matches. They've conceded 30. That gives them a goal difference of plus 81. An incredible stat. 80 points. That's why they're sitting top of the Dutch league at the moment. PSV are second. They've got exactly the same points, but Ajax do have a much superior goal difference. So Ajax in the Champions League. Believe it or not, Ajax actually started playing Champions League football this season back in July. They actually played 6 games before the group stages started. They had the second qualifying round, the third qualifying round, and then the playoff round. The playoff round, they actually beat Dynamo Kiev 3-1 on aggregate. So those 6 games, they actually won 5 of them and got a 0-0 draw in Kiev. Then they moved on to the group stages. They actually finished second in Group E. They finished runner-up to Bayern Munich. But very impressive. Ajax actually played 6 games in the group stages, winning 3 of them and drawing 3 of them. 0 defeats. Now, their results in the group stages were back in September. They beat AEK Athens at home 3-0. Their second game, Bayern Munich away, they drew 1-1. Third game, Benfica at home, they won 1-0. Then they played Benfica away, that was a 1-1 draw. AEK Athens again, away, 2-0 winners for Ajax. And then the last Group E game for them was Bayern Munich at home, and that ended in a 3-3 draw. Now, this is where it gets really impressive and, made people really look up and think, wow, what are Ajax doing here? Because in the round of 16, they actually knocked out Real Madrid. They actually lost their home game 2-1, but they actually won 4-1 at the Bernabeu and, giving them a 5-3 aggregate win. I remember being, standing in Dortmund, watching the Dortmund-Tottenham match. And when all the Tottenham fans saw that result come up on the board, them winning 2-1, then they went 3-1 up, then they went 4-1 up, we all stood there and, it was in amazement, really. What a result for them, winning 5-3 on aggregate against Real Madrid. Now, in the last round, the quarterfinals, they beat another big team, one of the favourites to win the competition, Juventus. They got a 1-1 draw at home, and then they beat Juventus 2-1 away, giving them a 3-2 aggregate win. Tottenham in the Champions League in the 2018-2019 season. Well, it all started very badly, didn't it? I remember being in the San Siro 18th of September, it was our first group stage game. We ended up losing the game 2-1. Christian Eriksen got our goal in the game. I remember being very, very disappointed, thinking that we should have come away with at least 1 point, maybe 3. Next game was actually at Wembley Stadium, where we lost 4-2 to a fantastic Barcelona side, including Messi. Just ripped us apart, if I'm honest. Lamela and Harry Kane got our goals that night. So, of course, the first 2 group stage games we lost. It didn't look very good for us at all. All of the betting companies were actually, you'd have got a very, very good bet that if Tottenham would have come out of that group. But the miracle happened. It did. It started PSV away. Well, I say started. We got a 2-2 draw. Hugo Lloris got sent off. It was a 2-2 draw. So, of course, we've now played 3 games in the group stage with 1 point out of 9. It all looked very bleak for Tottenham. 6th of November, back at Wembley Stadium, we played PSV. Harry Kane got a brace and we got a 2-1 win. Another must-win game was the next one, Inter Milan at home. That was back at Wembley Stadium as well. Christian Eriksen got our goal and we won 1-0. We knew that we had to get something then at the Camp Nou. Barcelona, one of my dream destinations of actually wanting to watch Spurs. I've always wanted to watch Spurs play Barcelona in my lifetime. This was a dream come true. We got a 1-1 draw out in Barcelona. Lucas Moura got the equaliser, and that ended up putting us through to the round of 16. What a moment! The fans went wild. It was a brilliant moment and an absolutely brilliant trip. Then the round of 16, we got off to an absolute flyer. Wembley Stadium was rocking. We won 3-0. Heung-min Son, Jan Vertonghen, and that man Fernando Llorente got our goals. And then the away leg, Harry Kane, does what Harry Kane does best. Got our goal. We won 1-0, and we beat the leaders of the Bundesliga 4-0 on aggregate. What a performance. Brilliant performance in both matches, and thoroughly deserved to go through to the quarterfinals. Of course, then we drew Manchester City, Premier League champions. Of course, we know Manchester City very, very well. We got off to a very good start in the first leg. Heung-min Son got our goal and we won 1-0. Of course, going into the second leg at the Etihad Stadium, it was very, very important to have a lead and, of course, have the clean sheet to go into that match. But the away leg, what a match that was. The craziest game of football I've ever been to. The best game of football I've ever been to. The most memorable game of football I've ever been to. Will remember that game for the rest of my life. It was brilliant. It really was. End-to-end stuff. What an advert for football. But most importantly, Tottenham went through to the semi-finals. VAR, the whole lot. I won't go through it all. This video will take ages. But we went through 4-4 on away goals. Brilliant moments for all of us fans, and certainly the best moment that I've ever supported Tottenham. I was on a high for a very, very long time. Fernando Llorente got a very important goal that night, and he got the deciding goal in the end. And getting a goal against Dortmund and now getting this goal against Manchester City, I just hope that he really steps up tomorrow night and gets our goal, gets a very vital goal or two against Ajax. So very similar to the Manchester City game, we need to win this game and we need a clean sheet. So hopefully Fernando Llorente will do the business, because of course we are without Heung-min Son and Harry Kane, and the goals must come from somewhere. So I'm hoping now and looking for people like Llorente, Dele Alli, Christian Eriksen to really step up and get our goals when we need them. So this season, the overall record for Tottenham in the Champions League, we have played 10 matches, we have won 5, we have drawn 2, we have lost 3. We have scored 17 goals and we have conceded 14. Let me know in the comments section below what you think the score will be. My prediction, I'm actually going to go for a 2-0 Tottenham win. Come on, you Spurs.
We have done it! Semi-finals! Come on!
So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you like the shirt I've been wearing in today's video, you can order one of these shirts and many, many more from toffs.com. You can also get in touch with them by email. It is enquiries@toffs.com. All of the links are in the description box below this video. They have an absolutely superb range of retro Tottenham shirts, so don't miss out.